If you've clicked on this video, then the universe has sent you here and you are exactly where you need to be. If you're feeling down, insecure, upset, depressed, then this is the video for you. I wish I had this video when I first started suffering from hair loss, because I know exactly how you feel. Today we're going to be talking about how to reclaim your confidence and your power. If you haven't read this book, then I would really recommend you read it. It's called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. I recently discovered this book. It really helps to hone in on everything I've been doing to feel good about myself. Today, I want to go through some insights and talk about how you can feel more confident in your own skin and own any insecurity that you have. Bad bitches, let's unite, stand up, shake it out, and we're gonna be the most confident women. Remember, you have the key to unlock. Quick story, I never thought hair loss would happen to me, but it did. Like many, I struggled with insecurities, with avoiding social situations, feeling super insecure. I was honestly so upset and distraught that I was suffering from hair loss, because there is so much pressure from society, from our social circles to look a certain way. Losing your hair makes you feel like you're losing a part of yourself and your identity. The emotional impact of hair loss is huge. It can affect your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. And it's not just about how we look, it's about how we feel when we look at ourselves in the mirror, when we think about our hair loss. That feeling can be crippling. I've read a lot of research on this topic, and many psychologists point out that hair loss can lead to depression, anxiety, and social withdrawal. But one of the most important shifts that I've realized is that confidence isn't an external validation. It doesn't come from your external appearance. It is something inside. It comes from within, and it is 100% within our control. So the first thing, let's discuss the voice in your head. The voice in your head is not you. We are constantly bombarded with thoughts and an inner dialogue that can sometimes feel like two people pulling you in two different directions. When I first started losing my hair, the loudest voice was my own, that I wasn't good enough, that I was less than because of my hair loss. I wasn't as pretty as girls with thick, long hair, and this filled me with doubt and insecurity. But this beautiful book teaches us that we are not our thoughts. I want us to do a quick exercise. Close your eyes and repeat the word hello multiple times in your head. You heard that voice in your head. It's interesting to understand you are not a thought, but you are the one who hears the thought. And there is a very distinct difference. People ask you all the time, who are you? And many people will respond with their names, where they're from, what gender they are. But if you really strip everything back, that is not who you are. Your true essence of who you actually are is the one who observes, the one who is aware, the one who hears. That is true consciousness, true awareness. Now, Maharshi was a great teacher in the yogi tradition, and he used to say that to attain inner freedom, one must continuously and sincerely ask the question, who am I? Just ask, who am I? Who sees when I see? Who hears when I hear? Who knows that I am aware? Descartes, a great philosopher, once said, I think, therefore I am. But is that really what's going on? The dictionary defines the verb to think as to form thoughts, to use the mind to consider ideas and make judgments. But the question is, who is using the mind to form thoughts and then manipulate them into ideas and judgments? Does this experiencer of thoughts exist when thoughts are not present? Fortunately, you do not have to think about it. You are very aware of your presence of being, your sense of existence, without the help of thoughts. If you think about your mind like a sky, you have emotions and thoughts that come and go, and the sky is you, is awareness, is pure consciousness. Hair loss triggers thoughts, which then trigger negative emotions. And it's just like Singer says, imagine the voice in your head as your roommate. But it doesn't define who you are. If you've always tied your identity with your hair, then losing your hair feels like you are losing a part of yourself. But the real question is, who are you beyond your hair? Hair loss is an experience, but it doesn't have to control your life. The lucid self, the real self, the true you, watches life unfold, feels and observes the emotions of how it makes them feel, observes the thoughts without getting lost in them, isn't defined by their thoughts and emotions. We can control whether we get lost in the emotions or whether we watch and observe. Life itself is the gift that we have. Acceptance allows you to see the beauty in life unfolding. The best way to find peace is to understand that these experiences are something to be observed rather than letting them define who we are. A way to access infinite energy, which is confidence, is assurance, which is the opposite of weakness, of anxiety, of depression. The best way to do that is to let go. Resistance is the key to our suffering. We resist hair loss because we don't want it to happen. We fear how it makes us look, but resisting it drains us. Resisting hair loss isn't going to stop hair loss. For example, say you broke up with your partner. You don't want to break up and you resist it. You create friction. When something is out of your control and you think you're protecting yourself by resisting it, you're actually causing more pain. When we stop resisting, we free ourselves. We create more energy to be accessed. It's about shifting your focus, because awareness is consciousness, is who you truly are. If you shift your focus from resisting hair loss to embracing it, accepting it, releasing it, and letting it go, then you can free up your heart energy so that you can focus on things that are really important. Letting go creates more energy for self-acceptance, and in turn, you can access that undeniable, charismatic energy that is confidence. It is knowing who you truly are. You can observe your thoughts of insecurities from a place of consciousness where you're not absorbed in the thought. You haven't become the thought. Have you ever thought about an interaction, something you did at work or something you said to your friend, and you lose yourself in that story, in that narration, in those thoughts? In those thoughts, you create those negative emotions. But the trick is to never being off the seat of consciousness, because as soon as you get lost in the thoughts, you lose focus and awareness of where you are. Time goes by and you're like, oh shit, did I just go through that whole process and lose track of who I am? Because you became the thought, you became the emotion. As soon as you step off the seat of consciousness, you're no longer aware of who you are, and who you are is pure awareness. You are the one that sees, you are the one that hears, you're the one that observes, you're the one that notices. You notice the feeling, but remember, you are external from that. You are different from how you feel or what you see. That awareness, that pure consciousness, is separate from everything else. Fear of judgment, no one is judging you. But what if we stopped fearing what people think? Remember, energy flows where attention goes. If you are focusing on what people think of you, then you are letting go of all of that energy. That infinite energy you are just giving away for free by focusing your attention on something that is detrimental to you. What if we embrace the journey, the beauty of the journey, of life, of the experience? When you step out of fear and into confidence, you can understand that the fear of judgment is holding you back. And that is a choice that you actively choose. And this links back to this power of letting go. By letting go, you reclaim your power. If you are constantly thinking about hair loss, you can start to observe, just listen, just watch. Remember, be aware of yourself and don't get lost in it. If you're always in the seat of consciousness, you can always know that you're going to be okay, because you are not those thoughts. If you're actively doing that, then you're being present. Being present is being aware. If you are constantly aware in the present moment, because if you're thinking about the future, the past, your insecurities, you're not present, you are not here. And the only thing that exists, the only thing that we truly have is the present moment. When you let go of the past, of feeling like a victim, stop worrying about the future, you will find a profound sense of freedom and peace. This is where true confidence lies, in the present moment, right now, right here. You want to reclaim your confidence, and you can do this. Reclaiming your inner strength is the realization that you are more than hair, your body, your thoughts. When you realize this, you will find strength like never before. You will tap into an inner strength that cannot be changed, that cannot be transformed into anything negative. It cannot be shaken by anything external, because that inner strength is unshakable. Self-acceptance is a way to tap into that inner strength. There is an amazing chapter in the book about contemplating death and how death is the greatest teacher. If you had 1 week to live, you might say, I need to do X, Y, Z. I need to experience this. I haven't had a chance to do that. But what you're missing is the fact that if you feel like you have to do all of these things to really live, then you've missed the opportunity to truly live, because the beauty is the experience of being in the now and being in the present. Instead of getting lost in the normal mental chatter, why not contemplate the temporal nature of life? Don't be afraid of death. Let it free you. You should be experiencing the life that's happening to you, not the one you wish was happening. Don't waste a moment of life trying to make other things happen. You fear death because you crave life. You fear death because you think there's something to get that you haven't experienced yet. The wise person realizes that death is constantly giving them something. Death is giving meaning to your life. You're not living life, you're living mind. Life is not something you get, it's something you experience. Life exists with or without you. It has been going on for billions of years. You simply get the honor of seeing a tiny slice of it. If you're busy trying to get something, you will miss the slice you're actually experiencing. And that's so profound, is that we're so busy with our insecurities, on not feeling good enough, on not feeling beautiful, but we're so busy thinking about those things and letting it consume us that we're actually wasting our lives. Life is such a beautiful thing, and if we are constantly in that fear, then we're missing the beautiful experience that is 1 in a billion. When I was going through hair loss, I could feel my heart tightening. It's a really important concept in the book, and it talks about how we close ourselves off from energy by shutting down, by not letting go. And that is our way to protect ourselves. Your heart is at the core of your true self. When I started to connect with my heart, I realized that confidence didn't come from how I looked, but who I was on the inside. It takes courage to open up your heart, and it takes courage to notice that you are closing your heart. It's a choice that you can make to never close, because when you close, you're shutting down the access to energy, to confidence, to feeling your best self. Opening your heart is not a way to allow yourself to be hurt, but it's a way for you to be free. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is reframing your hair loss. What if hair loss was a way for you to rediscover yourself in a new way? Many people, definitely including myself, have found that hair loss can actually be empowering, a chance to explore yourself on a deeper level and find confidence in different ways. I think everyone has an opportunity to go into themselves and really truly understand who they really are. I think if you reframe it into an opportunity, into an experience. For example, I started a YouTube channel on hair loss. I connected with so many other women who were suffering from the same thing. I was able to empower people to feel more confident. I was able to help people stimulate hair growth. I also started a business. Reframing anything negative into an opportunity is a great way to reclaim your strength and confidence. Honestly, this book has been life-changing. I will link it in the description, and I would recommend everyone to read it. If you have read it, let me know in the comments of what you thought. I really hope you guys have liked this video. It's a little bit different to what I normally do. And like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot to my small channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.